A really important concept to understand if you're going to start editing or creating templates is choosing the correct type of template for your purpose. If you go to the Properties sidebar, you will see a drop-down for Type. There are 5 types of templates in TaxCycle. This is a piece of metadata that sits behind the scenes. So your letter type of template is your default template type. If you create a letter and you don't insert any used or relevant conditions but beyond the usual true condition, when you go into TaxCycle, it will appear in the sidebar. By default, that's usually under the correspondence section, but many of our templates also appear in the billing section. And you will notice that you can choose the category you want it to appear in the sidebar when you use a letter type template. Letter templates can also be sent as emails to your desktop email client like Outlook by clicking on this email icon here. And I mention this because this is very different from the other type of email template that you will see in the Properties sidebar. The email template here in the sidebar, when it's used for metadata, is used purely to allow an email cover letter. And what I mean by that is when you go to print a return, say, let's go to the print sidebar, and I've got my client copy, and I choose a PDF. I can choose to email or tax folder or DocuSign, doesn't matter which. But if I choose to email, I get to choose the message or the cover letter email that goes in it. This list is populated from the email type templates. Your other types of templates are invoice templates. Now, there aren't very many of these, and they are purely used to help track and manage invoices, and that's why they appear here. So we come with default family invoice, client invoice, joint invoice, and most people will take those and clone them and never notice that it's an invoice type template. Invoice type templates are designed to interact with the billing worksheet and to work with the billing workflow items that are in your track sidebar. Only use the invoice template if you intend to use them with the billing worksheet and have your invoices tracked or, say, exported to a software like Xero. One of my favorite kinds of templates are snippets. Now, snippets are your basic little building blocks of templates. They will never appear in the sidebar. And it's interesting, their correspondence, the category still shows here, but they will never appear in the sidebar. Snippets are chunks of content that you can insert into another template. So, for example, my client letter. You will notice there's a little piece of code up here that says C salutation. If I can zoom that in, you'll see what I mean. You'll notice there's a little piece of code up here that's C salutation. This code with the greater than symbol in it means go and grab the content from that other template, which is the C salutation snippet. And so this snippet allows you to define what appears at the beginning of the letter. And you'll see that it's a snippet here. You can clone snippets and create copies of them. You can create your own snippets and then put them within multiple templates if you like. That's exactly how our letterhead snippet works. So if you go to the letterhead snippet and you were to clone this, it would allow you to update it across multiple templates within the same module. The final type of template you'll see in the list is the label template. These are specifically used when you go to print labels. They do appear in the sidebar. So you'll see there are a few things like this. So if you want to do a one-off print, but they also work with printing labels from this print label tab here. This is where you can design to print on a sheet of labels. We have the list of, shipping labels, for example, and then you would choose maybe your T4 label. and you can see how you can choose what you'd like to print. Choosing the correct type of template is incredibly important when you're creating a brand new template so that your template will appear where you need it to be and so that it will do what you want it to do.